Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another plan with me. This week I'm planning for the week of the 20th to the 26th of January. This was the week that we got our new boiler. So an eventful week. I'll go into it as we go through the week, but I used the hot mess kit from my shop, which is kind of a everything is going wrong this week kind of kit, which is like a really funny one actually. It only recently came out when I decided to use it for this spread. It was quite relevant and apt for the week, so I chose that. I've also got the 15mm add-on, the toolboxes, and I'm using some underlay boxes, foil underlay boxes, instead of a whole foil pack in silver. So I'm just doing my base. Have got into a rhythm with these now, so that's really good. Again, love the little markings on the planner to mark where to put the glitter headers. So I've just kind of sped this up really quick, I think like 800 times, 800% or something, because there is not really that much to the base. It's kind of the same format as previous weeks for me. I don't really mix it up that much. I think I like the methodicalness of it, and then I kind of have more fun with like choosing the stickers for the plans and like the little doodle icons and stuff. And I also have custom scripts in font 13 for this spread on the transparent matte paper. Don't know if I've told you what's going on with transparent matte. I think I've alluded to it in my Facebook group when I've been asked about transparent matte, but we are having major supply issues with transparent matte. Basically, I use transparent matte for an inkjet printer, which is not a very common paper in general, apparently. I could only really get it from two suppliers, like in recent years. One of them completely stopped selling it. I don't really know how long ago now, maybe about over a year ago. So I only had one supplier for it for ages, who had been very reliable though, like hadn't really had any issues. And as of about, I don't really know how long ago it would have been now, maybe like 6 months ago, they just stopped selling it. And I'd like messaged them and set up like restock alerts, and it never came back into stock. And they basically said they didn't know when they were going to get more. And I thought that was strange because like, I don't really know how it works for every paper supplier, but I believe how it typically works for, well, the ones I work with anyway, is like paper is mass produced by a, what would you probably call it, like a manufacturer, I guess, and then you can work with the manufacturer to like supply paper to customers, almost like drop shipping it, but you're kind of like a supplier through them, like you put the orders through them and then they send them blind, which means you don't know who the manufacturer is. Like it comes with the company that supplied it to you, their name and stuff on it. But so anyway, like I assumed that everyone could just order paper to be made from like the big central manufacturer, but it seems like there are issues with transparent matte. So for some reason they can't make more, and I find it weird because I don't know what other industries are using transparent matte, but it can't just be planners. So what are other people doing? But anyway, the long and short of it is I have a finite amount of it left in inkjet. I've bought a laser printer because I can get the laser transparent matte. There's quite a lot of supplier options for that, so I'm hoping that will be what we move towards for scripts and the other transparent matte sheets. I just need to find all of my like print settings and cut settings and stuff, so it's on my list of things to do before I run out of inkjet, hopefully. So yeah, that is what's going on, but if it's in stock on custom scripts, then it means I still have it, so that's kind of what we're going with for now. Anyway, on to the plans. So like I said, this was the week that we got a new boiler, so we knew there were issues with ours, but we hadn't really like fixed it, obviously. That was happening on Wednesday, so spent quite a lot of the week, like early week, just generally cleaning the house, like because people were going to be like coming and we didn't really know to what extent they'd need access to everything. So we did a tip run on Monday morning. Don't really remember what it was, just random things that are too big to go in the bin. I marked that I tidied and cleaned with a little emoji with a little broom, very cute. And then I also did some laundry this day. Oh, and on top of being new boiler week, this was the week that I was in the winter PBC sale, so a busy week, not ideal. So on Monday I did some designing for PBC in the evening, and then I marked that I did some branding work, and I presume this was for the planners department, which is the company that I'm running with Beth from Beth Plans XO for our event next year in March in Leeds, so March 2026. We actually put tickets on sale for the event, which is called the Great Planner Getaway, on Friday, and I don't know the updated figures, but we sold, I don't know, I don't want to say because I don't know, but we sold over half like on the first day, and there are still some available, so if you're interested I will link them down below. But I think that was the work I would have done on Monday. I don't think it would have been Plannerface work. Then in the evening on Monday, we played some GeoGuessr like team duels, me and Tom. So you basically get paired with like two random people across the world and you play GeoGuessr but like as a team. So that was fun because we hadn't played it in ages, so we were really rusty, like we weren't particularly good in the first place, but it is really fun. I do love GeoGuessr. Then moving on to Tuesday, the first three things that I marked on Tuesday, it's really funny to me because they look related, but they are independent events. So first I marked that I felt sick. I just felt really like nauseous for some reason, which is weird for me. I don't typically feel, well, I guess, I don't know, it's probably not normal for anyone, like obviously indicative of something being wrong. And then I marked that I thought I saw a huge slug in the bathroom. When I got up, I looked across the room and I hadn't got my contacts in or my glasses on, and I could just see this slug-shaped object, and I was like, what is that? And like I was just like freaking out from across the room. Obviously like slugs are not fast, so it wouldn't have like come and got me, but as soon as I got my glasses on I realised it was a wrapper, like a sweet wrapper that I think had just fallen out of like Tom's like pocket or something. So that scared me really early in the morning. And then I marked that I changed our bedding, but together it looks like those events kind of like happened chronologically. Like I felt sick because I saw a slug and I had to change the bedding, but they didn't, it was just irrelevant. Then I marked that we had to clear the radiators for the plumber so they could have like access to them. In the end, they didn't really need as much access as we thought. Like, I mean, we did have to move things, but we like completely rearranged my office so they could have access to the two big ones in here. And then it was good because we got to have like a good like big clean behind them. But like because it was PBC that week, rearranging my office was not my idea of a good time, but we did get it all put back together like quickly, so it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Then on Tuesday I did some more designing because I didn't really know if I was going to be able to like work much on Wednesday, like when the plumbers were here. So I tried to get everything done that was like super crucial on Tuesday, and then I just cracked my knuckle, sorry about that. I hate when people do that though, like I don't know whether to edit that out or leave it in. I think I'll leave it in, but then if I do it again I'll edit it out. It makes me hate it. Anyway, then also on this day was I believe this was the first day that me or Tom, I don't know, that we started playing Balatro. I don't know if you say it like Balatro or Balatro. We used to say Balatro, then we heard someone say Balatro, and now I don't know, which is a really, really, really fun game. So it's basically, I think they're called roguelike games, which to me, I might be like wrong with the definition, but I basically think it's when a game gets like progressively harder through the levels and like you will eventually like fail and die and I have to start again. Similar to when we used to play Plate Up, if you remember me talking about that, when you had to like build a kitchen basically and like serve customers, and it got harder each time and the goal was to get to day 15. For Balatro, it's like basically poker, but you can buy joker cards, and the jokers will have like abilities that will give your score, will like improve your score basically. So it could be like score multipliers or like add extra chips, or like there's really fun ones, and basically you're trying to get through each round, and the score to get through the round is getting progressively higher, and you can like modify your deck, you can change your cards, and like it's really, really fun. But anyway, I've made it my goal to try and complete the game this year, so you'll probably see quite a lot of it in my planner, and I've been marking it with the little like card doodles, which are perfect, and I've never really had a use for them, not like often, and I've got through so many in the last like couple of spreads, so I'm very excited to hopefully complete the game in 2025. So moving on to Wednesday, which was new boiler day, which I've marked with a little like star emoji. I did some last minute tidying in the morning, just like, well, we didn't know what time they were going to come, so that was stressful because we knew they were coming that day, but we didn't know when. So I was just like, let's get up early and just like try and tidy and stuff. But I did have a lash lift booked this day, so I left Tom and the dog with the plumbers and just like went to my appointment. So that was nice to kind of get out of the house a little bit in a day where I would have otherwise been kind of like stuck in the house because of having people there. Then when I got back, I did some more designing. We just sat in the living room and like with the dog, because he's not particularly keen on people being in the house. Well, that's a lie. He loves people in the house, but he really wants to be involved and meet them, and that's not practical when people are working on your house. So then the next thing I marked was that we didn't have any heating. So they like completed the boiler and like everything was fine, and they showed us how to use the new thing. So we have like a different temperature thing now. It was very old fashioned before. It was just like a dial on the wall, and now it's some like smart thing, and there's like a reader in the boiler that speaks to the little device, and we control the heating on the device. It's very weird. But anyway, when they left, we didn't really think anything more of it. We put my office back, and then it got to like 7 and I was like, it's quite cold. Like the heating should have come on by now, and it didn't. So we spent a bit of time like troubleshooting with the manual, because we didn't want to just complain and say that it wasn't working if it was like user error, because obviously it's a completely new boiler to us. We didn't really know what we were doing. Like the old one we were kind of familiar with, but we ended up having to ring the plumber, who guided us through on FaceTime how to manually override whatever was going wrong and basically put the heating on for us. And it came on in like short bursts, and we had to just keep putting it back on. So they did fix it, like, well, they not fix, but like we had a solution for that evening. And then I just marked that I was annoyed. Then on Thursday, they came back and looked at it, and it basically turns out that there was a loose connection in the receiver that was attached to the wall, like where the boiler was. So the boiler was working and our little temperature control was working, but they couldn't talk to each other. So it was a really quick fix. Like luckily they were only here for like half an hour. So that was it. And touch wood, since then we've not had any issues. So yay for the new boiler. Then after they left, I did some more designing, so I clearly didn't get as much done early in the week as I thought I did. And then I printed and cut some restocks this day as well, which I've marked with a little printer squidge. These are so cute. Then in the evening, I marked that I scheduled my listings for new releases, and I worked on some sticky paper designs. I don't remember which ones. Although fun fact, today mystery subscriptions open for April, and I've released like a creative kit version, so that includes 6 sticky papers, a large doodle like deco sheet like with the clip art that's larger, and then a mystery exclusive extra sheet that will be revealed to you when it's been revealed to me, because I've not designed it yet. So we'll see what happens with that, but I'm excited to have a play around and do something fun that will go with like the creative kit, kind of like scrapbooky vibes. And then I also just marked on Thursday that I had a super late night, because I think I was like last minute designing and, you know, all of the fun pre-sale things that I really should have learnt to do way before the night before now, because I've been doing sales like this for years and I still leave everything to last minute. Then on Friday in the morning, I had to finish new release designing because I was still really behind. I don't know why I did this to myself. Like I could have just reined it in and done a little bit of a less extravagant release, but we live and learn, except we don't. Then I got a hot chocolate from Costa, which is my like drink of choice at the minute, because still not really drinking coffee regularly. So I love a Costa hot chocolate, although Tom got me one the other day and I don't really know what happened. Like there was some miscommunication at the drive-through window, and I'd ordered like a regular hot chocolate with cream and marshmallows, which they make you pay for separately. and they gave him a white hot chocolate without cream or marshmallows. And I don't know if you've had a white hot chocolate, but it just tastes like milk, and I do not like milk. So that was a letdown, but anyway, this one was fine. So I marked that the PBC sale began at 2 p.m. and then I did some miscellaneous like admin work, just sort of making sure everything's running well and any like updates and stuff I have to make. So I like to do like a sale page about the sale like on my website, so I have to like do some little edits to that once the sale begins, and yeah, just general checking everything is fine. We then went to Asda and just picked up a few bits for dinner and like to have a look around. Don't really go to Asda like for a big shop, but I like to look at their like offers and stuff, and we normally go late at night actually, but I think we went, well, I don't know, maybe we did go late at night. And then we watched an episode of Severance, which is a show on Apple TV. Would highly recommend. Season 2 has finished now, but it was so good. Then moving on to Saturday, the first thing I marked was that the mystery had gone live. So this was February Mystery, which ended up being like a night out theme, which was a request that we had. And Kat and I were like, we don't know how to do this for a long time. Like, we were mulling it over. We really wanted to do it. And then we managed to get the board, like the mood board, to a place where we were happy with it. And yeah, I really love how it turned out, and it was a very popular one. So glad that that went well. Then I worked on some more restocks because we were like mid sale, so I try and stay on top of them as we go, and like rather than leaving them till afterwards. And then I also worked on the planners department website this day. So I don't know if maybe I have ranted about Wix in Plan With Me, I'm not sure. We went with Wix because we were like, what do we use for the site? Because Shopify feels very over the top for what we require. Like, it's a full like e-commerce platform, and we're only going to be selling tickets for like a portion of the year. Don't really think we need like Shopify's expensive if you're not using it. So we went with Wix. We ended up with quite a good offer for like the annual plan, and we both just like hate Wix now. It's really annoying to do anything. They have the weirdest drag and drop like editor, and if you change anything on the web version of the site, you have to then go and do it all again on the mobile. Like it sort of like mirrors it, but like in a very bad way. And things it's just because it's so unfamiliar. Like, both Beth and I know Shopify, so perhaps in hindsight we should have gone with what we knew. Like, we kind of underestimated the like value of familiar oh my god, like basically the convenience that comes with knowing something already. But we're getting there with Wix. Like, we kind of know it better now, but like in the beginning we were like, why is it doing all of these things? I then tidied my office a little bit. I think I remember this day feeling kind of like not really productive, not really getting much done. So I was like, what can I do that might be like a small win? So I tidied the office a bit. Then we played some Grounded with Julia and Sean. Not sure if I must have spoken about Grounded. Yeah, I think I have. Basically, you're like kids that are shrunk down in a garden and you have to like survive. It's really fun. There's like bugs and stuff you have to fight. And we did one of the labs. So this probably won't mean much if you don't know the game, but we did the Black Ant lab and we won. And I think we tried the week before and died like right at the end of when we were about to come off, not expecting it to be so hard. So marked that we completed that, which I was really like happy about. And then I also played some more Balatro in the evening, obviously. Then on Sunday, I marked that I slept in the morning, and we went to Tom's parents for cake. Was this for Tom's birthday? Yeah, it must have been, because Tom's birthday is the Tuesday, so like the next spread that you see will be Tom's birthday week. So we went to his family's house for some celebratory cake, and then I marked that we hung out with the family. Then when we got back, I did some printing and cutting, and was feeling like super tired and like lethargic this day, so I played Balatro for most of the evening. I think we watched a film or something, but maybe not, I don't know. I didn't write it down, so it can't have been notable. And then the final thing that I marked on Sunday, which is very exciting, is that we'd told people about TPD. So I think we'd made like an announcement post on Instagram or something. We basically like shared what we'd been working on for the last couple of months. So very exciting to get it out into the world and stop being so cryptic, because I mean, I hadn't really got many videos up at this point, so it didn't really matter to me. But I think Beth had been having to talk about like secret project or something in her planner when she did videos. So it's good to be able to not have to be so cryptic. So this is what I've got left of the kit and the foil pack. I did pull in, I think, like a random washi sheet from just my leftovers so that I could do the date dots, because I forgot to get myself some of those. But this is the completed spread. I'm really happy with it. I love how it turned out. I do particularly love the like phone to-do list in the top left. I wanted to highlight that, the full box with the cracked phone screen. Just think it is really cute, even though I've never actually broken a phone screen, touch wood again. But I just love it. The vibes of this kit are so fun. And it's not really a kit that you want to need, but is a very relevant one. So I need like 5,000 copies of it. But yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye.